So that's the decision. It's 33 for 3. Well, the ground beautifully lit up. And it is looking picturesque, isn't it? With those dark backgrounds, black background, those little dots of lights right round it. Oh, Gladiators not enjoying it at the moment. 29 dots in those 7 overs they've faced already. Visa continues.
Often at this ground, dew is spoken about. And that, when dew falls, that normally takes spin out the equation and the ball just skips on. But we haven't had that here of the first 2 games. It's been very dry. There was even a little bit of drizzle yesterday evening, but it played no part on the surface, and there's been turn and off the straight as well.
And that's why Gladiator captain didn't hesitate to bat first.
It's about batting first anyway, because we've seen what might happen or what could happen when teams are looking to chase. Oh, that's poor. That's poor cricket. That will allow them 2 runs, 2 extra runs. Well, at a time when they're yearning for some breath, they get some relief.
Yeah, this is poor. Just a gentle throw in, it just skips off the surface. David Visser misses it. Umpire may get in the way. But this is the kind of thing that can change momentum. I'm not saying it will, but it's the kind of thing that can.
Just a little nudge over cover.
Yeah, we saw it happening in the previous game. But overthrows were awarded to the opposition, few byes, and the batters started to feel much more confident and went after the bowler, resulting in a great start. Gotta be careful as a fielding side. You're giving those freebies to the batters who are feeling pressure.
This is good bowling, very good bowling. Dunk looking to charge.
He had a good World Cup, David Visser. Represented Namibia, one of the associate nations. We know he's played international cricket for South Africa as well, but through one of his parents, who's Namibian born, he was able to switch allegiance. And he was a real senior member of their side. Helped them with the success that they had.
Your delivery, that's gone fine. They'll be looking for 2 here. And 2 is what they get.
Yeah, he influenced that Namibian inexperienced side hugely. Instilled a lot of confidence in them, helped them to get into the finals. Pledged a victory against Scotland, made their mark.
No runs this time. Behind point, that's a boundary. That's a good way to end the over. 11 off it. It's 44 for 3.
Fiery desire, guts of steel, make a champion. The breeding ground for the world champions unleashes the biggest carnival in T20 cricket. Watch KFC Big Bash League live on Sony Live. Subscribe now. Sony Live's coverage co-presented by Betway.
Rajapaksa, Madhushanka, Udana, Pulina Taranga, they can all bat Rajapaksa in good form.
They're getting a march on. This innings of Galle Gladiators through. Dunk was batted beautifully, handled the pressure quite efficiently. Patel looking to support him. Typical Aussie mentality, isn't it? Don't worry about wickets falling around you. Just stick with your A game. Stay positive. How deep was he in the crease? Just using the pace, delicate touch, and the ball disappeared in a flash. Great timing.
I think both Dunk and Samit Patel, they both like to bat deep in the crease. Samit Patel likes to play a lot of the back foot. Oh, I think that hit him on the grill. Looking to play the sweep.
Yeah, well, this is just a little bit of protocol that has to take place here just to ask him a question or two. It's around concussion. This has to be done. It's just a top edge that's gone straight into the helmet, but this is just mandatory in the game now.
Yeah, they just go through that. They go through the process, just wanting to make sure that everything's wild and taken care of. Right, Detol, great for your sanitation, and this is what we all need. The players, the commentators, the officials, spectators, we all need to sanitize. Detol is the brand everyone goes for. Right, the current rate is still not a runner ball, 5.4. The protocol is done. Dunk is fine. Cricket will resume. Reverse. Gone fine. Visa does well. They're happy with 2.
There's a nice story around that concussion protocol in Australia during an AFL game in Australian rules football. Little reverse sweep again here. Physiotherapist ran on the field and said to the player, "What's 2 + 3?" And he said to him, "Listen, mate, I wouldn't get that right even if I wasn't concussed."
That's a really good one.
In short, he told the physio that I got my wits about it. Don't worry about it, I'm okay. Asking Dunk to move his eyes wherever the finger is going. And then he asked, "What's your name?" "Ben Dunk, let's get on with the game."
He mixes it up. Akila Dhananjaya, he's not just an off spinner, but he bowls leg breaks, googlies, the lot. That time the leg break.
You can just feel the rebuilding, can't you? Ben Dunk is more of the aggressor. Samit Patel just happy to knock it around. We've seen the ability to get on with it towards the back end, but there's a lot of experience being shown here by Patel. Knocking for a single here, single there, and allowing Dunk to be the more aggressive of the two.
Last ball of the over. Wants a single and get the single. They've got 6. They've got to run a ball in that over. The 50 is up. It's 50.
काय लाकडं कशी दिली?
500 रुपये मन.
3,500? काही कमी नाही होणार?
मी येणार आहे तुमच्या बरोबर.
आपल्यात बायका जातात का अस्थि विसर्जनाला?
काय म्हणालास?
नाहीतरी कधी वागलेत बायकांसारखी तू.
काका गाडीत पेट्रोल भरावं लागेल.
आपण सगळे कॉन्ट्री काढू.
मी माझं वॉलेट विसरलोय.
असं कसा रे तू?
अस्थि कुठे आहेत?
गोली मार दी मैंने तेरे भाई को.
लगता है पुल गया ना तेरे प्राणा की गीता.
बाप बेटे पे गुरजोत का हाथ उंगली भी नहीं लगा पा.
थोड़े दिनों में आप हाई कोर्ट के जज होने वाले.
क्या करना है? नेक्स्ट.
ACP investigations, arrests, notices, सब खत्म करना होगा.
हरमन उसको इतनी आसानी से नहीं छोड़ेगा.
हरमन अबीर कहाँ है? हरमन! नीचे!
is justice.
गोली मार दी मैंने तेरे भाई को।
लगता तू भूल गया ना तेरे प्राणा की गीता।
बाप बेटे पे गुरजोत का हाथ उंगली भी नहीं लगा पर।
थोड़े दिनों में आप हाई कोर्ट के जज होने वाले।
क्या करना है?
दीपिका ने रखा कदम FMS हॉस्पिटल की दुनिया में।
मेरी लाइफ का सिर्फ एक ही पर्पस है, मेरी रेपुटेशन पे लगे दाग को साफ करना।
पर सामने खड़ा है मुश्किलों का तूफान।
इसे यहाँ इस हॉस्पिटल में दाखिल किसने होने दिया?
मैं एक डॉक्टर हूँ, मैं अपना काम जानती हूँ।
डॉक्टर सिन्हा जैसी बंदिया लाइफ में आगे कैसे बढ़ती है अपना चार्म यूज करके।
डॉक्टर सिन्हा की हायरिंग पे मैनेजिंग कमेटी फैसला लेगी।
मर्दों की इस दुनिया में कैसे बनाएगी दीपिका अपनी पहचान? सोमवार से शुक्रवार रात 10 बजे सोनी पर।
Right, 50 for 3 at the moment. Dunk has made 29 of 20. He's got the majority of the runs, the bulk of the runs. Patel in support. The first half almost done here. He's over number 10. Sikuge Prasann, another one of those experienced campaigners, has played around the world, plays for the Sri Lanka Army. Brilliant fielder. Honestly hasn't lived up to the promise he's shown in this format. Hard-hitting batsman, brilliant fielder, more than useful leg spinner.
An ideal situation for him to come on board. Opposition under pressure. That was a good delivery. Yeah, coming to the point you were making, you've got to be flexible with your ideas and approach. When you lose 3 wickets, if you were thinking of getting 170, oh, that's good area to hit the ball. A single only. And look at these batsmen showing experience, showing flexibility in their plans, not rigid about getting to 170. To be able to do that, as a batsman, you must know the strength of your bowling lineup. And seems like they are very confident of their bowling lineup. Gladiators.
Tends to mix it up a bit. Bowls a lot of googlies and sliders. Also bowls the leg break. And they're back. The Papare band. Another quick single. Oh, goodness gracious. How tight would a direct hit would have been.
Where was Patel? He was nowhere in the picture. When he played that stroke, the weight was on the back foot. To get it moving forward, it took a bit of time. Very close to pick up 4th wicket.
But again, does the bowler not get next to the stumps there? I mean, he's miles out.
Runs this time, couple. At the moment, it's couples, it's singles. We haven't really seen those boundaries as yet. The occasional boundary has been seen. But, well, this was curtains for Patel. He moved away, Sikuge, expecting a direct hit. Oh, this is big. It's gone. It's a very good way to end the over. 10 runs off it, 6 of the last ball. They've got to a runner ball. 60 for 3.
हमारे दादाजी कहा करते थे कि इंसान को उसका कर्म दिन मनाना चाहिए। तो आज तेरे अच्छे कर्मों की शुरुआत है।
नहर के किनारे से बरामद हुई लाश अजीत सोढी के भाई महीप सोढी की है।
मेरी सौख हमारी वजह से किसी की जान नहीं जाएगी।
for 3 at the halfway stage for the Gladiators.
Down the ground goes Samit Patel. Akila Dhananjaya attempted leg break, I think, but he read it well. It's time to put the foot on the pedal. It's about staying competitive in this game, and that score is around the 145, 150 mark, I would think. Good bowling attack, as you mentioned, Roshan. Give them a chance, get them in the game.
And look how far he goes. No runs here.
Yeah, boundary off the first ball. Now make sure you rotate the strike, get it up to 8, 9. Good use of the feet. Gets as close as possible. Confidence will be high. He had a great game yesterday. And after struggling early, they've got some momentum behind them. Straightish. Given. The angle from Dhananjaya now. Did it pitch and turn? That's the question, but it'll be a big blow for the Galle Gladiators if this is upheld. The review is taken.
I'm not talking to you, Hemant. TV umpire, director, player review for LPL. Original decision is out. Can I check the front foot, please? It's a fair delivery. Go to the front on spin vision, please. Spin vision coming up, gents. It's very close to the bat. Give me the ultra edge on this, please, Hemant. Ultra edge coming up. Roll forward. Flat line when the ball passes the bat. Go to ball tracker when you're ready, please. Ball tracking coming up, Kumar. Original decision is out. Impact in line. Wickets hitting. I will let you know when you're on camera, Kumar. Kumar, you're on camera. Make the signal now.
Massive blow. Ben Dunk, 38 of 25. He was looking so good, and a shot that's been fruitful for him.
Well, he's gone for 38. 65 for 4.
ആളിവിടെ ഉണ്ടെന്നുള്ളത് കൃത്യമായ വിവരമാണ്. പക്ഷെ മയിലാടുംപറമ്പിൽ ജോയി എന്നൊരു പേരല്ലാതെ വേറൊന്നായിരുന്നു നമ്മുടെ അടുത്തില്ല.
സാർമാര് വഴിയേട്ടാ, ഒരു കിടക്കേണ്ട സ്ഥലം. ഈ വഴി കുറച്ചുകൂടി പോണം. എനിക്കെന്ത് ഇവിടെ കൊണ്ട് കുറെ നാളായ പോലെ
It's the captain, Bhanuka Rajapaksa. 4 down for 65. Just over 9 overs remaining. Now he needs to fire a half century yesterday. He's out there because Ben Dunk reviewed, and he's lost the review. He's lost his wicket and the breakthrough. The partnership was just starting to gain some momentum. 43-run partnership broken. Slip in place. There is a little bit of turn if you want.
Crucial moment in the game. Bhanuka Rajapaksa, captain, did so well yesterday. The main reason why the Gladiators beat the Kings. Huge responsibility, just under 10 overs to bat. And Samit Patel batting well. Some decent batting will come up well for the Gladiators. Slight distraction in the bowler's arm. All clear.
Yeah, that's an easy single. He's off the mark. Another look. He was looking to sweep. He was getting his front foot, the right foot, way across. That was the giveaway. It got so far across. For a moment, we thought that it might be sliding down the leg side, but he's got his front foot so far across, and the point of impact indicated that it was going towards that leg stump. 67 for 4.
Fiery desire, guts of steel, make a champion. The breeding ground for the world champions unleashes the biggest carnival in T20 cricket. Watch KFC Big Bash League live on Sony Live. Subscribe now. Sony Live's coverage co-presented by Betway.
Get rid of the main man for the Gladiators.
Great pictures, great venue. On the side there, those are the practice nets here at the R. Premadasa Stadium. The stars shining for the moment, and here's a star brought in at the right time. Needs a breakthrough because these two players are dangerous. Extra pace off Dushmantha Chameera.
This is a very good move. Obviously, the plan is to dismiss batsmen. Looking for wickets. They know that extra pace is a good weapon against Rajapaksa.
Dharmasena just having a word to Dushmantha Chameera. It's got those little protectors, white in colour for your elbows. So he's just had a word to him to take that off. He's got a white ball in his hand. It's good to distract the batsman.
Good length, very good length to start by Dushmantha Chameera, back of the length. Just have a feeling that Banu Rajapaksa is on strike. Whether this Dhananjay De Silva, beg your pardon, be tempted to have a slip fielder. Hold the ball. Dushmantha Chameera attempts to slide across the left-hander. Something that stars would have worked out tactical-wise.
Samit Patel, he generally likes to stay on the back foot, particularly against the faster bowlers. Generally goes deep in his crease. He's good to play. Looks to go square, looks to hit on the up and through extra cover.
Trying to give himself a little bit more time. The base is good. It's about transfer of weight. He uses it effectively. He's worked his game out. This is yesterday. Uses the pace. Sets himself up. This is towards the end of the innings where he tends to find the boundary more often than not. Protection in the deep.
Rutherford, good piece of fielding there. Samit Patel likes that little bit of time, especially facing the faster bowlers. Loves the medium pace, loves the spin bowling. Making sure gets that little time to play in the back foot.
Now, even though he goes onto the back foot and sits deep, his weight is on that front foot, looking to transfer it through the ball. If the length is right, he uses his hands. Very simple technique, suited for this stage of the game. It's not a technique he will use if he's playing when the ball's moving around or playing a different format of the game. Now this will be interesting, this battle. For Bhanuka Rajapaksa, there's a deep fine leg, the deep square leg. Long on is in place, the sweeper on the cover boundary, and a third man. So there's no slip as you would have liked to see, but lots of shorter stuff around the wicket to cramp the left-hander. Chameera steams in, goes full, trying to bluff everyone.
I'll tell you why I wanted the slip fielder. Dusman Chamira was brought in to get the wicket. It's very crucial for the Stars. If one of these batsmen to nick them off, if possible, then you got the all-rounders coming in. And Samit Patel, the 4 deliveries which was bowled by Dusman Chamira, thought that was not the wicket-taking length. Got to be much more fuller. Batsman is hanging in the back foot. Got to make sure the batsman come in the front foot.
How messy a position is this, Ma? 69 for 4. Oh yes, they'll ask for it. 69 for 5. Samit Patel gets a short one. He had nowhere to go.
Extra pace, the bounce. And Samit Patel was in no position to play that. He was looking to avoid it. He was looking to fend it. And this is what Chamira brings to the party. Yes, it just touched the glove, bounced. He was intimidated. And here he gets the wicket.
So good. We were talking about Samit Patel sitting behind, sitting deep in the crease. Offside play, or if it's up, he can lean into it. But Chamira strangles him. 14 to Patel, 69 for 5.
दीपिका ने रखा कदम FMS हॉस्पिटल की दुनिया में।
मेरी लाइफ का सिर्फ एक ही पर्पस है, मेरी रेपुटेशन पे लगे दाग को साफ करना।
पर सामने खड़ा है मुश्किलों का तूफान।
इसे यहाँ इस हॉस्पिटल में दाखिल किसने होने दिया?
मैं एक डॉक्टर हूँ, मैं अपना काम जानती हूँ।
डॉक्टर सिन्हा जैसी बंदिया लाइफ में आगे कैसे बढ़ती है अपना चार्म यूज करके?
डॉक्टर सिन्हा की हायरिंग पे मैनेजिंग कमेटी फैसला लेगी।
मर्दों की इस दुनिया में कैसे बनाएगी दीपिका अपनी पहचान? सोमवार से शुक्रवार रात 10 बजे सोनी पर।
Madhusanka, and the all-rounder. His 59 game, decent striker of 118 almost, can tonk the ball. And so far, the Gladiators have been found wanted with some magnificent bowling and a great captaincy by Dhananjay De Silva, bringing in Dushmantha Chamira into his second over.
Gone. Dhananjay De Silva brings himself on. The left-hander Bhanuka Rajapaksa on strike. The ball spins. The ball nicks the glove.
What's going on? What is going on? Gladiators looked so good yesterday. But today, they just reduced. 69 for 6. Just enough turn. There was bounce. Just a nick. On the second attempt, he took it. That's what's important.
The angle superb. Opens the face of the bat. Makes the long walk back. Rajapaksa gone for 2. 69 for 6.
हमारे दादाजी कहा करते थे कि इंसान को उसका कर्म दिन मनाना चाहिए। ते आज तेरे अच्छे कर्मों की शुरुआत है।
नहर के किनारे से बरामद हुई लाश अजीत सोढी के भाई महीप सोढी की है।
मेरी सौख हमारी वजह से किसी की जान नहीं जाएगी।
तेरी सौख।
Right, Pulina Taranga is a new batsman. They're down to the all-rounders, the Gladiators. Well, they're off 69 finally. They've got to 70. Now, I'm curious to know, why was Russell emphasizing on this number 69? Now, another look. This is what happened again on 69. Tell us about it. I mean, what's so special about it?
Well, he opens the face of the bat.
No, I'm talking about 69. I'm not talking about the way he got out. You have been talking about 69.
Dobby Patola Russell.
Was my playing number, the number on my T-shirt.
All right.
My number plate out here was GO6969. That's Banu Rajapaksa's a slight little nick as he opens the face of the bat. There's a scramble for it though. Scramble for wickets also at the moment.
As long as you have a reasonable explanation, we are fine. But I was just wondering.
Not good out for me, Roshan. But still, I'll have it. Samit Patel, what a good bouncer by Dushmantha Chamira to get rid of. And then Captain Banu Rajapaksa.
Just a single right now. Whatever the shots they're playing, finding the fielders. And that's what happens when you're under pressure. Won the toss, elected to bat, the right decision. But regular wickets have pegged them back. You've got to start strong. Setting the tone so crucial. Dhananjay De Silva finishes his fourth. 2 for 18 for him. And it's 72 for 6.
What a good spell by Dhananjay De Silva. Whatever it touches, it's gold. Magnificent 150 in the second test match against the West Indies. In goal, opens the bowling and picked up 2 wickets, first 2 overs, maiden overs. Captain's delight. And also on a tactical move, Gladiators keeping Isrudana. A bit of a tonker, can hit those big sixes. I think personally I would love your experienced batters to come in early.
Navinul Haq's back. 1 over for 5 runs. 1 over for 1 run. Taken out of the attack. He's rotated his bowlers well. Pulina Taranga, he's a useful batsman, so it's about trying to build a partnership here. A couple of runs here. Try and get this partnership till about the 16th over, get close to 100, and then see if Isrudana can finish the innings off. Well, Samit Patel. Chamira was brought in to the attack. Perfect line, perfect length. For the way Samit Patel sets himself up, you bowl it at his throat or that back shoulder. He has nowhere to go. Exactly what happened.
Targeting the underarm area, which is very, very difficult for a right-handed batsman. Slow delivery. As he played by Pulina Taranga. A little bit curious the situation in 6 wickets down, pardon. Navinul Haq. The role is going to be mainly as a containing bowler. At the moment, I just feel the Stars should be going for the kill. Try and get 1 more wicket and get Isrudana, who's not that comfortable again with extra pace, with Dushmantha Chamira having 2 more overs.
That's an interesting one. Navinul Haq is generally someone who mixes it up, but he's a pro and customer. Might be able to confuse the batsman.
Oh, he gets a quick one through. Now not given wide. It was angled onto the leg side. If it had touched somewhere, it had to be close to the glove. Couldn't have been anything else. 20 balls since the last boundary.
See, that's what he does. He tends to mix it up. Now see how he surprises the batsman with a bit of extra effort. We've gone to him quicker.
I thought Lairuman Samka was very, very lucky. Not touching the glove. There's a good bouncer right in the business area, which is on the right side of the batsman.
Follows it up with a slow one. Now the field for Navinul Haq. 4 men deep on the leg side. He bowls lots of slower ones. And batsmen at this stage, when the pressure is on, they just tend to hoik it to the leg side. So protection from the boundary. If you want to create that extra pace and go on the offside, you try and do it. So it's a well thought out field for this situation.
Also with having 3rd man up, cannot be giving any width. Only offside, deep field, a short break, extra cover. Any width is going for a boundary.
Just the 4 runs he's conceded, Navinul Haq. Beautifully bowled. Beautifully bowled. Here's a question for the two of you. It's 75 for 6 in the 14th over. Is this that type of pitch?
That's an interesting one, Russell. It is a very, very interesting one because 75 for 6. How much will they get to? Maybe 130 might be a good score considering the spinners are on.
130, you've got to start doing a lot of hard work from here. 6 overs, 55. That's almost at 10 and over.
Yeah, about 9 and over from here. The 130, I think, will be competitive considering the bowling makeup the Gladiators have.
Third man goes out. Fine legs coming into the circle.
Something close to 130 will be the bare minimum with the spin attack the Gladiators possess.
Single ends the over. Just the 4 runs off the 14th. 76 for 6.
काय लाकडं कशी दिली?
500 रुपये मन.
3,500? काही कमी नाही होणार?
मी येणार आहे तुमच्या बरोबर.
आपल्यात बायका जातात का अस्थि विसर्जनाला?
काय म्हणालास?
नाहीतरी कधी वागले बायकांसारखी तू?
काका गाडीत पेट्रोल भरावं लागेल.
आपण सगळे कॉन्ट्री काढू.
मी माझं वॉलेट विसरलोय.
असं कसा रे तू?
अस्थि कुठे आहेत? काय लाकडं कशी दिली?
500 रुपये मन.
म्हणजे किती पैसे होतील? 3,500. 3,500? काही कमी नाही होणार? काल रात्री दादा हॉस्पिटलमध्ये माझ्याशी काही बोलला. तो म्हणाला त्याच्या अस्थींचा काही भाग पंढरपूरला चंद्रभागा नदीमध्ये टाकावा.
मी येणार आहे तुमच्या बरोबर.
आपल्यात बायका जातात का अस्थि विसर्जनाला?
काय म्हणालास?
नाहीतरी कधी वागले बायकांसारखी तू?
काका गाडीत पेट्रोल भरावं लागेल.
आपण सगळे कॉन्ट्री काढू.
मी माझं वॉलेट विसरलोय.
असं कसा रे तू?
अस्थि कुठे आहेत? वडिलांच्या अस्थीचा डबा विसरलास? या जन्मात या नालायकाचं लग्न होणार नाही.
असं बोलत जा ना माझ्याशी. असं कधीच कोणी बोलत नाही माझ्याशी.
डॉक्टर दीपिका ने रखा कदम FMS हॉस्पिटल की दुनिया में।
मेरी लाइफ का सिर्फ एक ही पर्पस है, मेरी रेपुटेशन पे लगे दाग को साफ करना।
पर सामने खड़ा है मुश्किलों का तूफान।
इसे यहाँ इस हॉस्पिटल में दाखिल किसने होने दिया?
मैं एक डॉक्टर हूँ, मैं अपना काम जानती हूँ।
डॉक्टर सिन्हा जैसी बंदिया लाइफ में आगे कैसे बढ़ती है अपना चार्म यूज करके?
डॉक्टर सिन्हा की हायरिंग पे मैनेजिंग कमेटी फैसला ली।
मर्दों की इस दुनिया में कैसे बनाएगी दीपिका अपनी पहचान? सोमवार से शुक्रवार रात 10 बजे सोनी पर।
हमारे दादाजी कहा करते थे कि इंसान को उसका कर्म दिन मनाना चाहिए। तो आज तेरे अच्छे कर्मों की शुरुआत है।
नहर के किनारे से बरामद हुई लाश अजीत सोढी के भाई महीप सोढी की है।
मेरी सौख हमारी वजह से किसी की जान नहीं जाएगी।
तेरी सौख
ആളിവിടെ ഉണ്ടെന്നുള്ളത് കൃത്യമായ വിവരമാണ്. പക്ഷെ മയിലാടുംപറമ്പിൽ ജോയി എന്നൊരു പേരല്ലാതെ വേറൊന്നായിരുന്നു നമ്മുടെ അടുത്തില്ല.
സാർമാര് വഴിയില്ലേട്ടാ, ഒരു ഇടക്കേട്ട സ്ഥലം. ഈ വഴി കുറച്ചുകൂടി പോണം.
Overs remaining, 76 for 6, in a lot of trouble. Here's Sikuge Prasanna. About to bowl his second over, the last 5 overs, 26 for 3. 1 over for 10. There are plenty of other options. Is it the right decision from Dhananjay De Silva?
Exactly right, Russell, with the Gladiators down to their to their second half. Now the all-rounders and then the tail-enders. You would have expected someone like Dushmantha Chameera to run in and intimidate them with some extra pace and try and dismiss them. Now this way, it might allow the Gladiators some breathing space with some runs.
Oh, mastermind, Dhananjay De Silva.
Who said that Sikuge Prasanna bowling was wrong?
You said it.
You were saying there are other options as well.
Nicely tossed up. Inviting the drive. Yes, this pitch on the slower side. Works nicely. Pulling the taranga. Lured into it. Another wicket falls. More trouble for the Gladiators. Pulling a taranga. He's made just the 5 runs. 77 for 7.
काय लाकडं कशी दिली?
500 रुपये मन.
3,500 काही कमी नाही होणार?
मी येणार आहे तुमच्या बरोबर.
आपल्यात बायका जातात का स्त्री विसर्जनाला?
काय म्हणालास?
नाहीतरी कधी वागले बायकांसारखी तू.
काका गाडीत पेट्रोल भरावं लागेल. आपण सगळे कॉन्ट्री काढू. मी माझं वॉलेट विसरलोय.
असं कसा रे तू?
अस्ती कुठे आहेत?
खानिसाची वारी.
Colombo Stars well on top. They are playing like stars. Sikuge Prasanna striking brings Isrudana to the middle.
Good battle this. Looking forward to Sikuge Prasanna and Isrudana.
Goes past the outside edge straight away. Yes, the question asked. We will go upstairs.
TV umpire director, umpire referral for a stumping. Can I check the front foot, please? It's a fair delivery. Go to front on spin vision, please. Okay, I need to check ultra edge on this, please. Ball is very close to the bat. Ultra edge coming up. Roll it forward. Flat line when the ball passes the bat. Flat line. Give me a best side on for the stumping, please. Okay, back foot, behind the popping crease when the wickets are broken. I'm ready for my decision and not out on the big screen.
Easy decision for our umpire, Ruchirapalli Guruge. Ball going past the outside edge. Not a lot of turn. Sikuge Prasanna is not a big spinner of the ball.
I like the pace what Sikuge Prasanna is bowling. Just over 80 kilometers per hour. Wicket to wicket, not giving any width to Isrudana. Like some width. That's another great delivery. Isrudana beaten. All ends up. This good stuff by Sikuge.
Earlier in the over, nicely tossed up. That's the key. Go above the batsman's eye line, get it to drop, get it to dip a bit. Pull in a taranga. Has a push. Tanandre De Silva in the way. Last ball of the 15th. Again, Pereira trying to take the bails off, but he forgets to collect the ball. That'll end the 15th, 77. Oh, he's asked for it.
TV umpire director.
So probably he's thinking the ball hit the stumps.
Can I check the front foot, please? It's a fair delivery. Go to front on spin mission, please. Spin mission coming up, gents. It's happy as ball close to the bat. Give me the ultra edge for confirmation, please. Ultra edge coming up, gents. Roll it forward. A flat line when the ball passes the bat. Give me a best side on angle for the stumping, please. Okay, I'm satisfied. The back foot is behind the popping crease when the wickets are broken. My decision is not.
Well, we'll have to have a closer look at that if the ball was in the hands, but he's in his crease, so it's a not out. 77 for 7 after 15.
दीपिका ने रखा कदम FMS हॉस्पिटल की दुनिया में।
मेरी लाइफ का सिर्फ एक ही पर्पस है, मेरी रेपुटेशन पे लगे दाग को साफ करना।
पर सामने खड़ा है मुश्किलों का तूफान।
इसे यहाँ इस हॉस्पिटल में दाखिल किस?
Akila Dhananjaya back to finish his spell. 1 for 18 so far from his 3 overs. Ball is still turning, still bouncing. How many and the Gladiators get up to. So impressive with the bat yesterday, different story today. 77 for 7 if they can get 8 and over from here. I'm pretty pleased with that, I think. That is short, long hop, picked up. Hasn't got the distance though. Tom Banton waits and takes calmly. It's another hammer blow for the Gladiators.
Apart from a bit of partnership between Ben Dunk and Patel, nothing has worked for Quetta Gladiators. Losing yet another wicket. Long hop. Hit the ball right in the air. Didn't do the distance. A very well judged catch. Wicket number 2 for Dhananjaya. Contribution of 3 runs, 77 for 8.
हमारे दादाजी कहा करते थे कि इंसान को उसका कर्म दिन मनाना चाहिए। ते आज तेरे अच्छे कर्मों की शुरुआत है।
नहर के किनारे से बरामद हुई लाश अजीत सोढी के भाई महीप सोढी की है।
मेरी
Single taken, so 16-year-old Noor is going to face Dushmanta, who's been steaming in the last over and a bit. Our partners, official digital streaming partner Daraz, energy partner Red Bull, snack partner CBL Munchie, the official league partners NLB and Multilac, official outdoor LED partner Emerging Media, for hygiene it's Dettol, and our official partners Cycle Pure, Agabati, Tyan Steel, Mac Tiles and AIA Insurance. Ooh, short straight away, but Noor wants to take him on.
Yeah, Chamira is coming off edge, isn't he? It's not all about pace. He's bowling intelligently. At times we see him sacrificing his pace to get that accuracy. And when he decides to bowl those bounces, they are very well directed. Improving day by day, Chamira.
Slower ball this time, and Noor tries to hit him into downtown Colombo. Doesn't connect.
And it's a split finger slow ball. Many bowlers use different variations and techniques to get that slow ball pace off, which makes it very difficult for the batsman. That's back of the hand with a split finger. So double slowness. You see if the batsman all ends up.
Yeah, influence of Shamin Dawaz. He's their bowling coach now.
Again, same delivery, this time wider, too wide, and been signalled by the umpire. Not a bad tactic though when you bowl that delivery, just to hang it outside the batsman's off stump, make him reach for it. Often it goes straight up in the air when you do that. Just slightly the wrong side of that blue line this time.
Yeah, we saw Leru Kumara picking up the wicket by bowling that slow delivery outside the off stump of that left-handed batsman, asking him to reach for it. Good tactics.
Pace back on. That's nicely timed by Noor. Just use the pace there.
Well, 2 deliveries ago, Dushmanta Chamira sent the man at mid-wicket out to the fence as if he was going to go short, and he went with 2 slow deliveries outside off. Again, an indication as to how important the mind games are in T20 cricket, to deceive the batsman, mislead the batsman, so to speak, so you can stay on top as a bowler. Wonderful to watch.
There's that slow delivery again, this time up and over the offside. Not going to go for 4. Nifty footwork there by Naveen. I'm not sure he planned on that, but that's the way it worked out. Been watching a bit of Premier League, perhaps.
You're an Arsenal man, is that correct?
I am, for my sins, yeah. Not a great time to admit you're an Arsenal fan nowadays. Especially in this box, surrounded by Man U fans. Yeah, they're all piping up. Just ignore them, that's the best tactic. Let's have a look at this football here.
Can I ask you something? How could you say Manchester United if there are 2 football clubs there, Manchester City and United? How could it be Manchester United? Please answer me. I want to know.
Well, I think you'll find most people from Manchester support Manchester City. It wasn't very popular when I said that. Anyway, 18 overs bowled, 89 for 8.
Huge mix-up between the batsmen. Leach is halfway down line. Take the ball, take the bails off.
It was
Rivals forever. Vodafone Test Series. The Ashes. First test starts Wednesday, 8th December, 5:30 a.m.
on Sony Sports Network.
In the Big Bath League, watch Melbourne Renegades versus Adelaide Strikers. Tomorrow, 1:45 p.m. KFC Big Bash League live on Sony Sports Network.
Wherever you are in the cricket-loving world, you can watch us live. This new season of the Wolf 777 News Lanka Premier League. In India, Sony 6, Sony 10, Sony Live. Pakistan on A Sports. In Australia, lots of options for you. Be-In, Fox Sports, Kayo Sports packages. We're on Free Sports in the UK, T Sports in Bangladesh, Supreme TV and Daraz in Sri Lanka, and of course, Willow TV over in America and Canada. Hello to all of you.
Yeah, this league has the reach.
Crosses stumps. I think that's going to be called a wide, too high from Naveen, who has bowled well. That's just the 6th run he's conceded in 2 overs. He's got that one slightly wrong.
Just gives it a twerk at the last minute. Bit of grip with the force on release. Going a little too high. Got the pace off. But if you don't find the right length, even for that type of delivery, you pay the price.
He's connected with that. That is a top shot from Noor Ahmed. It's going to be cut off, though. Well done, the man sweeping on the boundary. Got round quickly.
Most of the top order batsmen fail to execute such strokes. And look at the ease. Timing too. A good timing from the fielder as well. Nisanka is a live wire.
Afghanistan versus Afghanistan here. Local bragging rights. And Noor gets to double figures. Where's the helicopter? Helicopter straight down the ground. It's just going to be a single, though. Steady on, young man. You've got to double figures, though.
Surely doesn't look like a number 10, Noor Ahmed. More accomplished batsman than his record. What the perception would have been of him. Working his way for a promotion. Maybe.
Yeah, he was curling up for a big one. At the last moment, told itself, the ball is not there. Just batted the ball.
Two, says Yusura Udana. Can they get back? No, sent back. I think that would have been the right decision. Not too far out there, and the fielder got round quickly. Anyway, give the strike to Noor. He's 10 off 12. Udana's 5 off 10. Overshadowing his more experienced partner at the moment. Going to get them up to 100. That's a good slower ball, completely deceived the batsman. Good disguise on that. Bowls a lot of slower balls, but he knows how to disguise them. Something about his action, batsmen find it hard to pick up. Bit of a joke between the two countrymen.
Must have been telling him, kiddo, were you seriously thinking of hitting me for a 6?
But upon release, he looks very much like Jasprit Bumrah. If you take a snap from side on with himself and Bumrah, exactly the same on that point of release. Very uncanny.
This should be 2 into the gap.
Here's a different type of fast bowler. Umar just there. Very much the same like Jasprit Bumrah.
And quite adept at bowling those slow deliveries, unlike Bumrah, who relies on the pace.
Umar, coach of this Galle Gladiators team, he had a mean Yorker in his days playing for Pakistan.
Full toss flicked away. That's going to go all the way. They've got to 3 figures, the Gladiators. A much needed maximum. Good bit of timing as well. 103 for 8.
December.
Tell you what, if they can somehow squeeze 15 out this last over, get up to 118 towards 120, you never know in this game. They've got some good spin in their lineup. They bowled well yesterday. I'm just trying to find some crumbs here, Darren.
Yes, Matt, I was going to say wishful.
Good Yorker.
The reason why I mentioned that, it's Dushmanta Chameera, who's been very accurate throughout this entire innings. As mentioned, the second 6 of the innings coming off the bat of Udana. Down the leg side, pace on. All he had to do was give it the wrist and the whip.
Yeah, we were comparing him with Bumrah is so good at executing those Yorkers. He fell short, that's why he was hit for a big 6.
Could be 2 again. Comfortable. But that works out well for the Gladiators. Keep the experienced man Udana on strike for the last 4 balls. Can he get another maximum? You never know. They bowled out the Kings for 110 on day 1.
Yeah, Udana was disappointed with himself. Said the length was there. That ball should have gone over mid-wicket for 6. They're still fighting Udana to get a few runs.
Bouncer. He used the short ball well. The odd slur ball bouncer, the odd pace on short delivery. Generally, the way he's bowled has summed up the way that his side have bowled. They've mixed things up really well. Pace, length, and unpredictable, both the spinners and the seamers.
See, what was impressive with those short-pitch deliveries which Chameera bowled, they were well directed, had the control.
Again, slower ball, but that's been picked up. Is it in the gap? It was in the gap, but that's well fielded by Nissanka. Just pushing it back into play, and they'll come back for 2. Didn't quite get that. Udana, he's frustrated.
Look at Nissanka. How swiftly he moved. That was hit in the gap. Oh, fleet-footed. He was.
Oh, this is now the highest 9th wicket stand in the LPL history for Noor and Udana. Short. This has been middled. Just over the top of mid-wicket. That is a 6 that they badly needed. 114 now.
Wrong delivery from Chameera. Should have been looking for the Yorker. It's a matter of risk reward. If you go short, especially when batsmen are expecting you to bowl short, will be more prepared to execute. As we've seen here, off the middle of the sweet spot, and there she goes flying over deep mid wickets.
He was wanting that length. He was hoping for that length. Got it and pounced. Big six.
Good execution of the full delivery. Can they try and get back for two? They will. Should be run out comfortably. No. Good running. Not a great throw. And Udana dives in. So just something to hold on to at the end of the innings for the Gladiators. 116 for 8 they finish. So off the final 2 overs, they take 27. It's just giving them a little bit of momentum. But in truth, they are favourites as we head into the run chase.
Something to bowl at for the bowlers. Early wickets is the call for the Galle Gladiator bowlers. They are happy. Should be. Because they opened up their campaign with a thumping bowling performance.
Well, Galle Gladiators would not have wanted the start they got. Gunatilaka and Mendes didn't really accumulate the type of runs expected. Even Mohammad Hafiz, who came in and had to do a repair job, found the going tough. It was Ben Dunk who was the star with the bat, 38 from 25. He couldn't continue throughout the end of the innings. They needed some regard action from Udana and Noor, who put on a partnership, a really good one. A partnership of 39 that brought respectability to the score.
And for the first time you saw a ball swinging and seaming for the fast bowler, Chameera. And Dhananjaya, by opting to bowl himself with the new ball, surprised the batsman. He was rewarded. 2 wickets each for the opening bowlers, and then game was set for the other bowlers to come and dictate terms.
Right, let's get down to Russell Arnold. He's got David Visa with him.
Yes, David, good to see you in this part of the world and being a part of the Lankan Premier League.
Thank you.
good. He picks it up. But hit it flat. Didn't get underneath it enough. But that's the wicket that the Gladiators needed. But is that enough to lift the spirits and the belief?
Off the mark. That'll run away for 4. What a lovely way to get off the mark. I understand what Bhuvan Tushar was trying to do. Pitch it up, bring it back in. At that time, going in the angle. And Kusal Janit Pereira timing it so well. Look at that. Just opening the blade, finding that gap between extra cover and cover point. A good way to start.
But Pereira also reading the game well. He didn't get a big stride in. He was expecting it to swing in, so he had that front foot out of the way. Moment he didn't, just needed to throw his hands through the line. Good start to Pereira.
Fine leg up, third man. He is on his way back to the boundary, and there's a deep square leg. He's just behind square on that leg side. Still the slip is in place. Just held a little bit. I think bowls a little bit of a cutter every now and again. I remember last year, so the Gladiators will remember Kusal Janit Pereira was representing the Candy franchise. Bhuvan Tushar got rid of him with the FW ball coming back in. Could see the crowd back enjoying their time Monday evening. This man, when he gets going, someone very, very hard to stop. And the Gladiators will feel if they can just nip one more out here early on, it'll give them a little bit of belief. But it needs to be early on. That's lobbed over mid-wicket. That'll bring 2. And the second is complete. 19 for 1.
हमारे दादाजी कहा करते थे कि इंसान को उसका कर्म दिन बनाना चाहिए। ते आज तेरे अच्छे कर्मों की शुरुआत है।
नहर के किनारे से बरामद हुई लाश अजीत सोढी के भाई महीप सोढी की है।
मेरी सौख हमारी वजह से किसी की जान नहीं जाएगी।
तेरी सौख।
Listen, batting order already plays what they got. So no Angelo Matthews tonight, but hopefully soon as he speeds up that recovery from the quad injury during the test match against the West Indies in Galle just about a week ago. Now Mohammad Hafiz. We've seen a 41-year-old spinner bowling earlier on in Imran Tahir.
Yeah, the Samit Patel experiment didn't work, so now to Mohammad Hafiz, who's very good with the new ball, and he's a master against the left-handers. Now he's got Kusal Pereira on strike.
The left-handers, for some reason, they just feel they want to try and play that square cut, and it just cramps them for room.
The left-handers usually are like this for him. Manchikome, his snack.
Full Taranga found it yesterday. It's bold. And Mohammad Hafiz with the pause. This little pause what he has does wonders, especially against the left-handers. A long off and a deep square leg for Kusal Janit Pereira. Deep square leg and a long off for Hafiz.
भाइयों पाइए फ्री क्रिकेट सेशन आईडी, ये वाला जो मैच चल रहा है इसे खेलने का मौका पाइए। जो अभी करंट सेशन आ रहा है उस पे लगाइए, जो भाव आ रहा होगा टीम पे उस पे लगाइए, बिना किसी की मदद से खुद से डाउनलोड कीजिए वन डाइस गेम। अभी के अभी onedicegame.in पर जाकर, या फिर लिंक है डिस्क्रिप्शन में। भाइयों मिलेगा फ्री 50 रुपीज साइन अप बोनस, जिससे आप खेल सकते हैं और खुद ही पैसा विड्रॉ कर सकते हैं। सबसे अच्छी बात है दोस्तों, कि आप खुद ही पैसा डाल सकते हैं, खुद ही निकाल सकते हैं। आईपीएल के सारे मैचेस अवेलेबल हैं। ये वाला मैच चल रहा है, इस पर अभी लगाइए, जल्दी जाइए onedicegame.in पर और खेलिए और जीतिए खूब सारा कैश। लिंक है डिस्क्रिप्शन में।
Yesterday was trying to play late, it was too late. With Kusal Janit, we all know how strong he could be.
Yeah, Kusal's areas cover more. He can hit it
Pultrang
straight
more
down
of a
the ground
timer,
towards extra cover, but
placement
Pul
player.
Saranga more
Whereas
towards
Kusal
point
Janit
and
relies
square
on
of the
brutal
wicket.
power.
So the angle of the bat is
Pultrang
always
yesterday was trying to play late, it was too late. With Kusal Janit, we all know how strong he could be.
Yeah, Kusal's areas cover more. He can hit it straight down the ground towards extra cover, but Pul Saranga more towards point and square of the wicket. So the angle of the bat is always different.
भाइयों पाइए फ्री क्रिकेट सेशन आईडी। ये वाला जो मैच चल रहा है, इसे खेलने का मौका पाइए। जो अभी करंट सेशन आ रहा है उस पे लगाइए, जो भाव आ रहा होगा टीम पे उस पे लगाइए, बिना किसी की मदद से खुद से डाउनलोड कीजिए वन डाइस गेम अभी के अभी onedicegame.in पर जाकर, या फिर लिंक है डिस्क्रिप्शन में। भाइयों मिलेगा फ्री 50 रुपीज साइन अप बोनस, जिससे आप खेल सकते हैं और खुद ही पैसा विड्रॉ कर सकते हैं। सबसे अच्छी बात है दोस्तों कि आप खुद ही पैसा डाल सकते हैं, खुद ही निकाल सकते हैं। आईपीएल के सारे मैचेस अवेलेबल हैं। ये वाला मैच चल रहा है, इस पर अभी लगाइए, जल्दी जाइए onedicegame.in पर और खेलिए और जीतिए खूब सारा कैश। लिंक है डिस्क्रिप्शन में।
ആളിവിടെ ഉണ്ടെന്നുള്ളത് കൃത്യമായ വിവരമാണ്. പക്ഷെ മയിലാടുംപറമ്പിൽ ജോയി എന്നൊരു പേരല്ലാതെ വേറൊന്നായിരുന്നു നമ്മുടെ അടുത്തില്ല.
ഒരു കിടക്കേണ്ട സ്ഥലം ഈ വഴി കുറച്ചുകൂടി പോണം.
Couple of wonderful shots, but he's gone for 10.
Last night and during the first day of this last.
Professor, what that leg slip here?
Dhananjaya De Silva, another very fine player who's been in good form.
They're bowled into the pitch. Banton trying to chip mid-on, just hit the top, but bottom of the bat. Threw the shot just a little too early. Leg slip in place for the Stars captain. He's in great form, his confidence is high, bowled well today, and the ideal type of player for this type of situation. He can bat long and he'll score runs.
Good start by Dhananjaya De Silva, clipping towards deep mid-wicket for a single to get off the mark. Of the third over, Stars 24 for 2. Stars need someone with a calm head here. Yes, lots of batting. Chandimal, Rutherford, Sana, Lisa. That is a very, very strong batting lineup, but what they don't want to do is leave it to the next man. Someone needs to take the responsibility. There's only 93 required. Sanka and Banton already back in the hut.
Tushar gets a second, he's getting a little bit of swing. Might as well try and use it right now, then later make some inroads.
Question is, there was swing. Straight away, the first delivery served one Tushar trying to bowl a slow delivery. Don't understand the tactics as a fast bowler. If there is swing on offer, you rather use it while the ball is new. Something that Gladiators would have had a chat about.
Fine leg coming up. And out. That's 3 down. What is going on here?
Oh, don't go away, don't go away. Game on here at the R. Premadasa Stadium. Yes, the Galle Gladiators have only 116 on the board, but now they made it feel like 150 because they've picked up a third. Nothing in this. Nuan Tushara bowling it on a length to Kusal Pereira. Well, opts to go aerial. Only finds Bhanuka Rajapaksa. He disappoints. Just the 8 for Kusal Pereira, 25 for 3.
Three down already. We're inside 4 overs. The Stars are making hard work of what should have been a doddle, really. There's still 92 needed. Almost neatly played for no run, Rutherford.
Another slow ball. The third man up. A square leg and a cow point. Record of Rutherford.
already ahead in terms of runs, Colombo Stars.
As a bowling unit, when you're looking to pick up early wickets, you take few chances, and in the process, you're going to offer a few bad deliveries to the batsman. Bad deliveries to the batsman. A swept. Good enough for 2 runs. And that's where the cash starts. The Stars.
This looks the most sensible partnership that we've seen in the game. Dhananjay De Silva is ideal for situations like this. He doesn't play too much of T20 cricket, didn't play in that World Cup, but this is a perfectly set situation for him. So he has time on his side. And that's exactly what he will do. He'll just keep the ball, knocking the ball into gaps. He's not looking for boundary sixers here. That's the experience he brings. And also this man Rutherford, he looks pretty sensible.
He has timed the ball pretty well already. We've seen him hitting the ball over the boundary rock a couple of times. Yeah, in T20 format, singles are so underrated. But on pitches this, when you're looking to chase down a total. Good early call from Dhananjaya.
There could be two schools of thought in this situation. Some players, because they're playing T20 cricket, just want to build upon their reputation of being power hitters and batsmen who can score quickly, and they ignore the current conditions, which is a crucial part of the game. Then there are others that think about the big picture, winning the match, being there to the end, and committing to a process and an approach that will get you there.
Yeah, it's all about deciphering when to play for the team. Oh, inside edge. He's already getting the ball to do something for him, Noor.
I think it's about playing the moment, isn't it? Playing the present. He's certainly beaten off the back foot that hurried on a bounced a bit as well. And this is what I see in this pair of batsmen. They're not looking to blast the bowling, and the approach is pretty measured.
Chipped in the air. Was that necessary for use of the feet and just chipped it to mid-on?
Yeah, with his back to...
I see in this pair of batsmen, they're not looking to blast the bowling, and the approach is pretty measured.
Chipped in the air. Was that necessary from Shafin Rutherford? Use of the feet and just chipped it to mid-on.
Yeah, with his back lift. Offside plays more. Offside plays more.
तो दोस्तों जो भी लोग अभी तक लाइक नहीं किए जिसने भी, वो लाइक कर दीजिए हमारी स्ट्रीम को। और मैच यहाँ पे जारी है दोस्तों, 55 रन चाहिए अभी तक जीतने के लिए। कोलंबो स्टार्स को जीतने के लिए 55 रन चाहिए आज। तो फटाफट से दोस्तों लाइक कर दीजिए, जल्दी से जल्दी 50 लाइक तक पहुंचा दीजिए हमें। जल्दी से जल्दी यहाँ पे लाइक कर दीजिए दोस्तों, जितने भी लोग देख रहे हैं हमारी लाइव स्ट्रीम को, क्योंकि हर रोज़ इस यूट्यूब चैनल पे लाइव स्ट्रीम पे हर लंका प्रीमियम लीग की मैच और सब क्रिकेट मैच लाइव स्ट्रीम करने वाले हैं दोस्तों हम। तो जल्दी से जल्दी दोस्तों लाइक कर दीजिए, 50 लाइक कर दीजिए पहले करें हमारी लाइव स्ट्रीम को। और जेल ग्लैडिएटर्स वीएस कोलंबो स्टार्स के बीच में यहाँ पे तीसरा मुकाबला खेला जा रहा है। तो फटाफट से दोस्तों लाइक करते रहिए। ट्वेंटी 21 लाइक हुए दोस्तों, 50 लाइक करने हैं हमें, 50 लाइक फटाफट से दोस्तों 50 लाइक कर दीजिए। और जितने भी अभी तक हमारी लाइव स्ट्रीम को लाइक नहीं किया है वो प्लीज़ लाइक कर दीजिए। दिनेश चंदीमल 6 रन बनाकर खेल रहे, 10 गेंद अभी तक खेली है उन्होंने। और बात करें धनंजय दे सिल्वा की बात करें तो 16 रन पे नॉट आउट है अभी तक। जो भी लोग देख रहे हैं फटाफट से लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए दोस्तों। 22 लाइक हुए अभी तक दोस्तों, तो जितना हो सके उतना जल्दी से जल्दी 50 लाइक कर दीजिए आप सब लोग। 50 लाइक कर दीजिए दोस्तों, 50 अभी तक 22 हुए दोस्तों, फटाफट से 50 लाइक कर दीजिए। यहाँ पे स्ट्राइक है धनंजय के पास, इस बार 59 गेंदों पे 51 रन चाहिए जीतने के लिए, इस मैच को जीतना है तो। दोस्तों जल्दी से जल्दी लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए, फटाफट से दोस्तों लाइक करते रहिए। हर रोज लाइव स्ट्रीम पे आपका स्वागत है। यहाँ पे थरंगा गेंदबाजी करते हुए अपनी पहली ओवर डालने के लिए तैयार है और पहली गेंद डाली है। कोलंबो की बात करें तो 66 रन हुए अभी तक, 4 विकेट गिरी है दोस्तों। तो ओरिजिनल कमेंट्री आपको हमारी यूट्यूब चैनल पे मिलेगी दोस्तों, तो जल्दी से जल्दी दोस्तों सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए। हर मैच की लाइव स्ट्रीम हम हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल पे करने वाले दोस्तों। 50 रन अभी तक चाहिए और हमें 50 लाइक पूरे करने हैं दोस्तों, फटाफट से कर दीजिए। अभी तक कोलंबो स्टार्स को 50 रन चाहिए और बहुत ज़्यादा रन का टारगेट दिया था। जो पहले मैच हुई थी ये 116 रन पे 8 विकेट गिर चुके थे इस पे।